Hey everyone, shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay. Megan's like, when is this man gonna speak? Megan, Megan, that's what we all want to know. Hold up. All right, let me make sure I got this little device going on because you guys, it's been a lot going on. Let me shout everybody out in the chat. I got my beautiful mom, Nicole. Cape is in the house. Thank you, SW. I've got words. Darcy, how are you guys? How are you guys doing today? It is Friday. Yes, please bring it up to Tana's like, bring me up to speed, girl, right now, right now. Megan, not the bullhorns. Come on now, Megan. It should be the graveyard flowers. Floyd, how are you? Lana's like, this kid's absurd. I'm out. Look, it's been a lot happening. Okay, I will give you guys that in the last almost 72 hours at this point. I'm trying to kind of go back a little bit because shout out to Cinema Shogun who completely, he was one of the first YouTubers to kind of call something was amiss about this case. And slowly things have been developing, right? At the center of all this whole situation, we have a young man who hasn't really spoken out yet, as far as his side of the story. We have heard from others that have spoken and have spoken for him. Um, and, he gave Grizzy Hood News basically I don't want to talk to the media and I don't want to talk to my mom. That's what he did. Okay, that's what he did. He let everybody know where he was at. And so I was sitting there and I was pondering, is it possible that all of this, because it's my understanding that there's going to be another conference held. This is what I was told. And it's going to be with Quanell and the family. When Rudy already said he wanted the media to kind of go away, he said, I don't want the media here. And he said he doesn't want to contact with this mom. Is that beneficial to this young man? He is not a child. He's 25 years old, right? So he is very vocal, my understanding, and he's able to make some of these decisions by himself as well and advocate for himself. So my question, and this is what I was pondering yesterday. So we're gonna review a lot of this. We're gonna review because Mr. Quanell X, you are not late northbound. You are not. Welcome to all the beautiful members. Everybody. Y'all are right on time. And I had switched up the time, so I appreciate everybody being in here. It's beneficial if his evil mom goes to jail. A lot of people, I mean, I would have to say, I was watching Cinema Shogun and he put that clip out that Grizzy had put out where mom is kind of like, I thought she left Houston. I didn't know she was still in the area. Like she's still kind of like parked outside of the street where Rudy is at. I heard Presser is in front of her house. Lord have mercy. It's getting messy. It's getting messy. Let's listen for Mr. Quanell X. So Mr. Quanell X yesterday went on a little bit of a tour. So we're going to talk about Brian Enton. He was with Chris Cuomo yesterday. This is the full interview with Houston. Fox, let me know your thoughts in the
First
comments.
off, I guess you watched the press conference today with the Houston Police Department. What was your initial reaction
Let's see
when you
what he
saw it?
says.
I believe it was a very confusing press conference.
Mm?
I wind up after the press conference being more confused about things involving this case.
Uh-oh.
When I listened to the chief, who I do believe is a good man, who's done some good things, who's had his ups and downs, but he's a good man. I've always wanted to be truthful. For him to say, as a father himself, that no sexual abuse was reported, my problem with that, chief, is your detective sat right there with me for an hour and 15 minutes and heard every word come out of Rudy's mouth about what took place at home with his mother. He heard the young man say he was sick and tired of being treated like a slave.
Oh
He
man.
was sick and tired of her crossing inappropriate boundaries.
Is that how he worded it, Rudy?
And he went on to say, he said, she kept crossing boundaries that she should not cross. and it was not right.
Lord have mercy. So he apparently said that all over in front of the cops. You know one thing? I have ADHD. You know one thing that's very distracting for me? I just realized this man still has VHS behind him. He got a bunch of VHS tape. I don't know. Is that bad? Hey, Auntie Momo, is that bad for me to notice this man's got VHS tapes behind him? I thought, sadly, that's what I thought they recorded the police conversation. I don't know if it was interview. I don't know if it was interview, but I just realized this man has VHS tapes behind him. I know. T. Kelly's like, I compiled ish on Quanell X. He's worse than Jim Terry. Everybody's saying different things. Good Nunez like not the VHS tape. He's got VHS tapes behind him. I don't even have DVDs behind him. I don't have DVDs. I don't have DVDs anymore. Everything's on Netflix or some other. I just, they take up space. Y'all notice the VHS tape? I just like, wait, he's got a JVC tape behind him. I'm done. Sorry, you guys. This is what happens when you have ADHD and you're not medicated.
Was inappropriate. That detective sat right next to me and listened to those words. What that young man told us and described to us.
So you're doubling down
Wow.
on what you said yesterday.
I'm not doubling down. I'm standing straight up and standing firm, and I'm not scratching where I don't itch. But there were times he seemed mature. Also, there were times he seemed like he was a normal adult speaking and describing something. This BS about him being nonverbal, the man is not nonverbal. He's very articulate. So we went in and stepped out. We were standing at the door cracked. She starts badgering him about, what did you tell him? What did you tell him? If you tell him about what I did, if you tell him about the abuse, I'll kill myself.
Did y'all hear that? This is where I'm conflicted, okay? If she said all of that, I just don't put anything like it's a conflicting story. It doesn't matter how you feel about I'm just saying I don't. Did she tell this young man she was going to kill herself? This woman has been unpredictable. You can't tell me any different. She has a track record. Okay? It was mom, Layla. Mom said that Rudy was nonverbal. Mama said that. Something's not right about I don't understand. Part of me is I get that people feel strongly about Quanell X. I get it, but somebody's not telling the truth here. Okay? And that is disturbing in itself. You know what I'm saying? She's over here. She is driving to where Rudy is at. So he heard that and not the detectives. I'm confused. Then I need somebody to start putting up the different things that was heard because so I'll give you this. One thing I heard yesterday when I was watching Chris Cuomo, Mr. Quanell X said that he was called by the mother. He wasn't called by the mother. He was called by Grizzy. That's what I remember. I heard that. I heard he was called by Grizzy. I remember. Maine's like, I just don't understand. Girl, you blow your horns. You are allowed to. Just as long as you're not team the other lady over there with the bullhorn, you're good. You do your bullhorns over here. You're good. As long as you don't name drop her in my chat, I'm fine. So does this activist. Does he have a bad rep? I guess so. Yeah, you don't want to be an activist and have a bad rep. You really don't, because that just messes you up. People don't. I mean, I got T. Kelly over here saying that he's like the Jim Terry of Houston. I don't know. I hope not. I know. But see, let me tell you something about Houston police. And this is, look, I'm sorry, but Houston police dropped the ball here. They did. That's what people have been saying. False imprisonment is a crime. I don't trust Houston police either. I'm just going to say that. You're coming in to do a conference, and all we need to, you talk about body cams and dash cams and all this shit that ain't got nothing to do with anything. Like what? Okay, never mind then. Sorry, y'all. I'm addressing over here, people. Nobody, well, yesterday they said that she had left Houston, but she hasn't left Houston. She was caught circling the property where Rudy's at. He has been sued multiple times by the Houston police for false information. I can't with him. He ruins every situation he gets involved with. But they still give, I mean, Chris Cuomo was giving him his flowers too. I'm just saying, yeah, that body cam shit was a bit of a distraction, you know? It really was. I'm behind listening at the did anybody notice the VHS tapes? I said, "Oh well, I guess whatever she has said at this point, we will have to take it with a grain of salt." Absolutely. This man, I'm not going to take everything he says to gospel. If it ain't Rudy or the police, we will see. I think that's a good way to put it, right?
That's what she said, and several of us standing at the door heard her say it to him. We heard her tell that boy, several of us, that if he didn't change his story, she would kill herself.
That's what she said. What he said.
God is my witness, we heard her say that. Man, he's a victim. And I believe HPD with their press conference today further re-victimizes that young man.
Oh man.
Because it's almost like they're treating him like a suspect and not a victim. You say there's no report of sexual abuse, but you won't answer the question if there was a sexual relationship. You run away from that question.
Wow.
I know what was said, and I'm gonna tell you something now. I got proof of what was said.
Oh shit. Wait.
I'll leave it at that for now.
He said, "Yo," he said it was. We have to go back to that conference. I remember. This is why we were asking. Did he record it or not? This is the first time watching this whole clip. Did he record it or not? This is serious at this point. Thank you. He did say that. He said he had. I remember that in the conference that it would have been recorded. I thought he said he did. What you mean? How do you gonna have his, like, how else would you have proof?
Did the detectives hear her say this about to Rudy?
Several of us standing there, the detectives were standing there too.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Crack the door.
So at this point, were you thinking she's...
I'm being honest with you. There was two things I was thinking based on everything that, one, he was not going home or anywhere else with her. Two, they were going to call and get charges accepted. She told multiple lies. They knew she was lying.
Do you worry about Rudy's health and safety right now?
Absolutely, I do.
Oh my God.
Because I believe she's at the root of the mental problems he's having. I believe she's at the root of that young boy living in fear. She had convinced him that he had warrants out for his arrest because he ran away from home. She had convinced him to live under the assumed name because law enforcement was looking to put him in jail for running away from home. She convinced that young boy that he had warrants for his arrest, and that's how she manipulated him and exploited him and took advantage of it.
If he has a recording, oh my God, would that change would that change people's feelings? He said he had proof. We go back to what he said right there. He said he had proof. And it's not one of those VHS tapes. I hope he didn't get like, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me get. Brandy, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you guys. And I'm going to shout out my members here in a member in a minute, excuse me. Janet, I'm sorry, but I think Rudy was a little part of this too, sis Janet. Janet, people have been saying that Rudy somehow is involved. I saw that smile he did when he got in the car, sis Janet. People have been saying that. You're not the only one. Love. Shout out to everybody from Facebook that's watching us. Well, did he use the? How else would he have recorded? I'm just thinking. I have not seen anybody have any VHS tapes in a long time. I mean, I'm saying. No, he doesn't have. Man, I would ask that question. Do you have a VCR? Um, I know. Shout out to Chico. Look, I don't know. I don't know. He said he had proof. What does that mean?
And then giving him help, helping him giving the drugs, mushrooms,
He could have.
taking him to vape shops, getting high with him. She was getting high with him. Oh, brother, okay. I mean,
Is that a smirk I
Is
see
there
on
anything else
him?
you want to say?
that's it. But there's nowhere in the world you can tell me in your press conference, HPD, that she lied over and over again during this investigation.
Oh my God.
And those lies hindered an ongoing investigation to a missing person, created assumed names, and she's to be charged with nothing.
Wow. And then it went on mute. Hold up. And thank you, Peekaboo, for gifting a member. Y'all, if you received a membership from Peekaboo, thank you so much, love, for gifting. This is crazy. This is crazy. Y'all realize how crazy this is? Let me take a step back, okay? We got to go back. He said he had proof. Okay? We're going to look into that. Let me stop right here and let me shout out all my beautiful members in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Nicole Cape is in the house. I think I said hello. SW, I've got Word Starcy. Welcome, Shamina. Everybody coming in. Adaz, Irene. All my beautiful members are now coming in. Lexi, welcome. Rose with Thorns. Northbound, welcome, my love. Layla, everybody. Sally, the good Nunya. Yes. You guys, Flor, I cannot, like, he said he had proof. He did. I do remember when he was, we gonna go back to that conference because he did say that there was police there. Rosewood Thorns, Flor, welcome, guys. Welcome. Thank you so much. All the beautiful members, thank you. He said it. I do remember that. I know listen, I might be getting older, but my memory is right on point. Kiki, thank you so much for the super sticker or super thanks from yesterday. Thank you, love. And Stacy's in the house. Lex, thank you guys. Let me go back a little bit. We're gonna go to Brian Enton in a minute, okay?
And change his story, she would kill herself.
Listen to what he's saying.
God is my witness, we heard her say that. Man, he's a victim. And I believe HPD with their press conference today further re-victimizes that young man. Because it's almost like they're treating him like a suspect and not a victim. You say there's no report of sexual abuse, but you won't answer the question if there was a sexual relationship.
This is too much.
You run away from that question. I know what was said, and I'm gonna tell you something now. I got proof of what was said.
I got proof.
I'll leave it at that for now.
Did the detectives hear her say this?
He said he has proof. He has proof. That's what he said. Okay? Keep that in mind. Like, he said it. He said it. Okay? I don't know if this is the full one. We might have to go to the full one.
Here with Rudy and his mother.
This is crazy.
For a few hours, yes.
What are the conversations like?
Let me first apologize for my appearance. I received an emergency phone call to get over here for this meeting with the detectives, Rudy's mother and Rudy. And so I dropped everything I was doing and made it as fast as I possibly could.
Wow.
I spent about an hour and 20 minutes one-on-one with Rudy and with one of the detectives. I heard horrific things from that young man. And I did not want him to see me start shedding tears, but I couldn't hold back the tears because of the things he was saying to us, detective and myself, no child, no child should ever be treated like that by your own mother. This young man said that when he initially ran away, he came back 2 days later and she told him that he had to hide, that he was going to get in trouble and they were going to arrest him for running away and that he had to continue hiding. And so she hid him out for a while, then brought him back to the house and hid him in the home. And initially, whenever the investigators would come, she would hide him in the house. And he kept saying, I don't want her to go to prison. I don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to go to jail. And so we asked him, why did you run away? And he said he just got tired of her not respecting his boundaries.
This is crazy.
And she said that he wanted his own life. And his exact word was, I was tired of living like a slave. She would take him to work with her, and he would do the required work she was supposed to do. And a lot of the responsibilities of her job was on him. And he went on to say that what troubled him the most was her crossing his personal space boundaries. He said that she would make him sleep in the bed with her.
Oh, this is crazy.
And he said that she made him play daddy. He said that he didn't like getting in the bed with her.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just having like, why would he lie about, why would Mr. Quanell X lie about this? Can y'all tell me that? I'm so confusional on this one. It is a very tangled story. I wish we could hear from Rudy's and an official statement. Yeah, so she took him to work and he would do the job. This is too much. I'm just having a really hard time with this. He is choosing his words to maximize reaction. Listen to his choice words. Play daddy. Well, and we were picking that up too. Yesterday, there were certain choice words that he was making, you know? I wonder how long she was grooming him, right? Hey, Ellie. Welcome, welcome, and great grandma. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. It is too much. I am on the fence here. I would be, you know what, Team Brittany? This is a good point. Says I'm on the fence here, but if I had to choose, I would be afraid for Rudy right now, as I do believe he is a victim. She could kill him. Lord have mercy. The good Nanya says, wait, I'm confused. How many times did QX meet with Rudy and the detectives? I thought it was only one time. Are there any other kids in the household? No. So Rudy had two brothers, and both of them passed away. The one that passed it, Rudy was close to, passed away. His name is Charlie, very tragically. And that situation is a whole rabbit hole in itself as well. In a motorcycle accident, my understanding. I think that is when Mama. They say that Mama kind of snapped at that point. Lord, this hair. And things kind of went a little bit haywire. I don't know. Do you think that there's sensationalism here? Let's go ahead and head over to Brian Enton's Twitter page, because Brian Enton was the one that first said he was going to interview him, but it turned out it was actually Chris Cuomo first.
He sat right next to me.
Hold up.
He even asked Rudy. The Houston Police Department Sergeant Detective sat next to me in the entire hour and 15-minute meeting and dialogue and discussion with Rudy Farias. He heard exactly everything Rudy said to me. He sat right next to me. He even asked Rudy to please explain more about the episodes in the bathroom where Rudy told us she would violate his space over and over again. violate his boundaries. She would come into the bathroom while he was in the shower, get butt naked, and pull back the shower curtain, stare at him, and among other things I don't say right now. But also, this detective heard Rudy say he did not want to get into bed and sleep with his mother. He heard Rudy say that he told his mother he didn't want to get into bed with her on more than one occasion, that she forced him to sleep with her in the bed and she would get into bed in the nude. And we asked Rudy, he and I both, the detective, were there any kissing? And Rudy admitted that there was kissing on the lips from his mother. Listen, the detective heard this. And before I left that detective, I said, sir, on 3 occasions, is there anything you don't want me to say when I go out here and speak with the media that jeopardizes your investigation? He said no. But that detective, after coming out of that same meeting with Rudy with me, they decided to take the mother into another room. And according to the witnesses that were out there, put her in handcuffs. Obviously, he heard something that was in that meeting that Rudy shared with us that made him believe he needed to put handcuffs on his mother. The same young man, Rudy, I believe is absolutely a victim. She threatened him with lying about an alias name, creating the name, creating the date of birth, and telling him to say that. She told him when he came home 2 days after running away that the police are looking for you to put you in jail for running away.
Sorry, guys. I had to step out real quick because I had somebody at the door. Give me 1 second. And I miss. Sorry about
The
that.
Houston Police Department
Somebody came at my door.
curtain, stare at him, and among other things I don't say right now.
This
But
is
also,
crazy.
this detective heard Rudy say he did not want to get into bed and sleep with his mother. He heard Rudy say that he told his mother he didn't want to get into bed with her on more than one occasion, that she forced him to sleep with her in the bed and she would get into bed in the nude. And we asked Rudy, he and I both, the detective, were there any kissing? And Rudy admitted that there was kissing on the lips from his mother.
Here's the thing, la mera mera, like, what would she be on the run about? She's not facing charges. People have been saying that she's on the run, but she's not, like, she hasn't been charged with anything. I heard that's what I heard, though, that she's, like, keeping an eye out where he's at. Now, I don't know what to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting a little bit crazy as far as all these stories that have been going on, but she hasn't really been charged. Yeah, they immediately let her go. So exactly what is the crime? SA or incest? I guess that's the question. But is there, like, he's not speaking out. And I'm gonna have to go to that interview with, there's an attorney who was able to analyze the situation as to why Houston police can't really pursue, or the district attorney's office, why they can't really pursue anything. I think she knows it's coming her way. She's running. I don't know, but what she would be running from. Like, Rudy said so himself. He doesn't want his mama to go to jail. That's what he said. But he doesn't want to have contact with her. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I think that if this young man is a victim of his mother, I think we have to kind of sit back and let things happen in due time. Let this man have his therapy, and that way he is able to find a voice in this situation, which truly it's being drowned out. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know that the family is angry. I completely understand it. But what about Rudy and his feelings, his voice? His thoughts. My initial thought is she's running because of fraud. That's what I think too. 8 years of collecting on false pretense could be. But then we would have to find out, well, what exactly was she collecting and when was she collecting? You know? There's also charges for all the resources. Well, and that's another one too. I'm wondering why, like, I haven't heard anything from Mr. Tim from EquiSearch, Texas, about this whole thing. That is what the family said. He wants the time to heal. Right. So I'm saying it's like, let this man find his voice in order for him to speak out for himself. And I'm telling you, in due time, he's going to want justice. But we have to let, like, this right here is media pressure. And although I agree, but without a victim statement at this point, without any more information from the victim, there's only so much you can do, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, that mom is a piece of shit. Completely agree. But I think that Rudy's voice is what counts. And I would imagine that there's a lot of pressure. And I really hope that this family is not pressuring Rudy to hurry up, because this is Rudy. This is about Rudy. Okay, everybody wants to cater to Rudy at this point. Bring him some food, bring him a phone, bring him all. Let this man's gonna come around, but y'all need to give him some therapy, and you need to give him his boundaries, which is what he said that his mom would not do. So why are we doing the same? Why are we reciprocating the same that his mother was doing as well? He wants boundaries. I would imagine he needs a level of normalcy too, right?
Listen, the detective heard this. And before I left that detective, I said, sir, on 3 occasions, is there anything you don't want me to say when I go out here and speak with the media that jeopardizes your investigation? He said no. But that detective, after coming out of that same meeting with Rudy with me, they decided to take the mother into another room. And according to the witnesses that were out there, put her in handcuffs. Obviously, he heard something that was in that meeting that Rudy shared with us that made him believe he needed to put handcuffs on his mother. The same young man, Rudy, I believe is absolutely a victim. She threatened him with lying about an alias name, creating the name, creating the date of birth, and telling him to say that. She told him when he came home 2 days after running away that the police are looking for you to put you in jail for running away.
Yes. So clearly there's been a lot of like threats, a lot of coercion, a lot of like scare tactics. We don't know to what extent Rudy's mom has played a factor into this. I think that that's something that we have to kind of keep in mind, because we don't know the level of hurt and pain. Mamas are supposed to protect you, right?
Have a reason to lie. I mean, you were called in to assist with the situation since you're like a community activist. But I also don't understand why the police would be lying and why they wouldn't want to arrest her if all of this is true. I don't get it.
Well, if you pay close attention to the clip that you played, they said no sexual abuse reported, but they chose not to answer when the question was raised, was there a sexual relationship between Rudy and his mother? They chose not to answer that question. So obviously they know the truth, because we both heard the same thing that Rudy said to us.
So basically you're implying that
abuse took place
because Rudy was an adult, that they may be thinking this was some kind of consensual relationship, but based on your discussion with Rudy, it seems like he was held captive.
Rudy told us that he was locked in a room on many occasions by her. Rudy told us that she would hide him out from people. These are things he shared with us. He shared with us that she would give him drugs, mushrooms in particular. She kept that little boy doped up so he would be psychologically, mentally confused, and she could control him. And Rudy said this, let me make this point. He said, I was tired of feeling like a slave. I was tired of being her slave.
Wow.
He said, but I don't want my mother to go to jail. I don't want my mother to go to prison. And when we left out of the room, his mother barged into the room talking to him. And as we're standing there, other witnesses also, she says to him, you got to recant your story. You can't tell him that, because if you do, I'll kill myself. We all, several of us, including one of the detectives standing at the door, heard her tell Rudy that.
That's crazy. That is crazy, you guys. And see, this is the first time I heard suicide. This is the first time I heard any of that. So I'm a little confusional about that now. I am. It's a lot to unpack, I think, and I don't even know what to say. Let's head out to the Facebook group right quick, because it's been I would imagine this. Let me tell you something. This Facebook group has blown up. I've said it more than once. It blew up. Okay, you had actual people that I guess like were administrators of that group decided to become parts of that group. Here you go. We have a conference here. Lord, they're at let me show you guys what I'm seeing on this end. I gotta show you guys what I'm seeing on this end because we are right here. Look at this. Press conference. Quanell X is joined by Rudy's family, community activists, and others, demanding that charges be brought against his mother immediately. They give the address. Lord, that's gonna be a lot of people in there. Anybody from the Houston area? There's a lot of people. A lot of people down there. Dr. Candace Matthews will be there. Sonia Parker, founder. Who else? Mr. Quanell X, Grissy's going to be there as well. Justice, they're saying hashtag free Rudy, justice for Rudy. They even started a website. Did they? Hold up, y'all. Let me look at this. www.ax4justice.com. www.ax4, is it the number 4, justice.com. Oh, I mean, you can't even go to it. What the heck? Did I type it right? AX4Justice? AX4Justice.com. Y'all, the website's not even running yet. It's not running yet. Hold up. I got the bad Mac when I saw that. Yeah, no, it's today. This was posted. Is today the 7th? Today's the 7th. 2 days to 7th. If they start a website immediately skeptical. I mean, I don't, the website is down there, but I went in there and it's not even up and running. They're starting the hashtag justice for Rudy. They have the new Black Panther Nation symbol up there. This just got real. I don't know what to say. There's the let me get this little banner down, yo. Here you go. I don't know what to say. The bottom says AX though. Is it QX or AX? I read it as A. Hold up. Let me type it up, okay? Let me type it up. Thank you for I hope it's Q then. That would make sense if it's Q for QX. Oh, okay. It's his website. It's his website. Hold up. Let me see. It's his website. I don't know if he's got any other. He doesn't have any other pictures. What do you guys think? I don't. What is going on? Ooh wee. That's what he said, Chico. Do you think this is a good thing for them to be doing? I'm confused. Did they ask Rudy about this one? Because he is 25 years old, mind you. You didn't get no, it sucks. I've been waiting for you to tell me. So it sucks, baby girl. There is a press conference today because I was hearing rumors that there would be one. Here is the actual flyer. I don't know what we didn't call them flyers anymore if it's online. There's a press conference. Here is the let me remove myself for those that need to take screenshots, and I'm going to remove these comments too. Give me 1 second. Here it is. If you need to take a screenshot, there it is right there. So it's a press conference that is being organized by all of these individuals. They're going to do it with Rudy's family. I thought maybe there would have been a Latino group right there with them. That would be nice to get a Latino. I mean, Grissy's Latino, so she could probably put in a voice. I mean, maybe she could call somebody. I don't know. It would be nice to get a little Latino voice. Well, they're using this. I don't know what they don't know how to send out a proper presser. I think they're doing it outside of the house at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is a lot. This is a lot. You know. I don't know. I don't know, yo. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to say. This is the first time I see this. I mean, they're demanding justice. Is this something? Here's my deal, though. If Rudy, I think people just need to give Rudy his time to come to terms with this. That's just my thought, though. That's just my thoughts. I don't know, but who asked me? I'm just over here. This is. Does Rudy want his mom behind bars? This is what I'm saying. Y'all got to give him some time to kind of heal from this situation. He's 25 years old. If he wants to stay away from his mom, he'll stay away from his mom. He'll be with his family. Really? Ooh. It's a lot. This is a lot. That's just my thoughts. I'm just giving my little opinion. This young man said he doesn't want to talk to the media. I think that's something that you got to respect for this young man. I get it. And I get the outrage too, because I completely understand where it's coming from. But if you guys give this man wanted boundaries from his mother. Let's not overwhelm him by that. You know what I'm saying? I just think that this is a little. If Rudy wants justice, he is the person that you need in order for him to speak out. I agree. I agree. But you imagine, Miss O, how conflicting this might be? Like, he's probably trying to cater to everybody in this situation. Poor Rudy. I don't know if this is something that he wants, or if this is like the family wanting attention to this. Can you bring charges at this point without Rudy? What evidence would you have? You're saying he should have been taken to a mental health facility for evaluation. He should have been evaluated. Still in the car, crashing the car, statements made after should be enough to have in place for evaluation. He needs to be separated from all parties and given a mental health assessment. That's all my thought. That's my thought. I love the fact that people are coming together. If you're bringing attention to something, I'm here for it. I love it. I love it when people come together. But I think maybe asking Rudy what he wants. He told Grizzy. He told everybody. He said he doesn't want to put mom in jail. He doesn't want to talk to the media, but he doesn't want to be near mom. That's what he said. That's what he said. This might be a little bit like, I don't know. I don't know, yo. What do you guys think? And I might have to get a screenshot of this. Hold up, y'all. Well, I need a shot of this. 1 second, because this is a lot. I didn't even know that they had made a poster. I wonder if anybody has seen this poster. Oh, hold up. Because I definitely need this poster. Maybe I could take the picture. Okay. I got it. What do you guys think? Good idea? Bad idea? Why don't we do a poll, okay? Hold up. I got everybody in the house. Make sure you're hitting that like button, please, and thank you. Is another press conference with Rudy and family with Rudy's. It's not Rudy because family is the only one that's kind of speaking out with QX. A good idea? I'm asking. And thank you so much. I just saw that I got a thank you, Keisha. $4.99. I see many comments about QX, and I know his reputation is questionable. Interesting. The chat doesn't have the same energy for Dizzy. Dizzy or Grizzy? She called him. It's Grizzy, my love. She's like, no, it's Dizzy. Yo, people have said the same though, Keisha. No, you're right. You're right. People have commented to. I don't know. She said she intentionally called her Dizzy. It's Grizzy. It's Grizzy. It's Grizzy. All right, yo, it's Grizzy. Yes, that's what I heard too. I reported on that. I reported on that. You guys think that this is a clout chase? I thought Grizzy called. I heard Grizzy say that she called QX. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. You know, if this young man is able to speak, you know what I'm saying? He's able to talk. Can he just let us know what his needs are? Maybe his needs are that he doesn't want to be involved in this. Oh my God, yo, this poll is another press conference with family and QX a good idea? 66%, 65 is saying, 64 is saying no, and 36 is saying yes. Hold up. Let me read this super chat from Cassie. Did you see Pascal Shaw on YouTube? Read paper work. Janie was married to two men. Married to two. Yes. Listen, all of that paperwork, all of what Facebook has posted out there, we had already reviewed before everybody was reporting on this story. Shout out to Cinema Shogun. He was one of the first ones, and then I followed after him. I think maybe another YouTuber as well. A lot of us had already talked about this paperwork. And that it was weird. A lot of us have questions about the DOB as well. There is a lot of questions that I feel like need a little bit more answering, um, in my opinion. It's just a lot. You know? Has Grizzy she has not. She's got more information. She really does. Um, I don't know. You can never fix this. And thank you so much, Cassie, for the $5, as well as Keisha. Thank you so much, love. You guys are awesome for the $4.99. This is crazy. Why is everybody getting involved in QX? Where are all the Latino civil rights activists? I don't know, Miss O. I don't know. I was waiting for them to see that too. I mean, it's great when we all come together. I'm just gonna say that, but and we're not divided. I don't know. Mirna says, I'm kind of thinking that QX ego is getting in the way. The police basically called him a liar on local TV. He's not considering Rudy's wants and needs right now, says Mirna. Mirna, and I know, love, you were the one that was saying, you didn't feel like there was be a need for him to lie. I remember your comment. At this point, is another protest going to change this? And they're doing it in front of the house. Why not do it in front of the police? You know? That's just how I feel. I could be wrong. I mean, I just feel like this has the makings of a lot of things happening. This family, yes, they do. There's a lot of skeletons in the closet. They need to sort it out privately. I do hope APS steps in, Adult Protective Services, and provides resources outside of the fraud is the only thing to report on, in my opinion. There you go. The facts aren't clear, says Her Majesty. It can be risky for the community organizers to take a side. Very true. Very true. She's like, a protest. Well, okay, it's not a protest. Excuse me. It's a press conference. If they did the press conference in front of the police station, that's kind of where I'm at. Not a protest. Sorry, yo. I'm not telling them to I just saying a press conference. Sorry, you guys. If they did that, that's what they need to do. I kind of see both sides of the coin. Believe it or not, I do. I feel like Rudy is if he spoke up and he spoke up in front of detectives. Now, QX said he had evidence. Keep that in mind. He said that. He said that's all I'm going to say. We heard him when he did the press conference, the first one, that things were being recorded. So if QX has a recording where the investigator was in the room and Rudy says all this stuff and now he's recanting, I don't know if it's going to change the course of anything legally, but it's definitely going to make people feel some type of way about the situation. I will say that. I will say that. What is it? Are you serious, Ellie? You say he's going to show evidence today? Oh my, what does that mean? And where did he get the evidence? What does that mean? What does that mean? I know. Ooh, that's a good point. Olivia says, why are people saying that they're humiliating Rudy? For all we know, Rudy asked them to be his voice. He hasn't spoken up in 8 years. Clearly, he's intimidated. That's a good point, Olivia. I will give you that. I'm just saying. I know, just another troll. Listen, okay? I'm already hearing that people are doing things. What am I going to say? What am I going to say? These people are good. I would not be surprised if this thing grows legs on itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Cinema Shogun who put it in the Twitter yesterday. Like, great. It's the usual suspects are starting to gear up again, and Grifftown is happening, and they're heading out there. That's you know. Thank you so much. I'm trying. It's been kind of hard. We are all very vocal about different things. Nobody is wrong in my opinion. Give me one sec. I personally don't think that there is I think we're all very passionate about the story, as we have been. We've been following it. I mean, from the beginning. When I saw Cinema Shogun and I was watching some of his coverage, I was like, oh my God. And then I also got hooked reading all this stuff and looking into different things and whatnot, because it's a huge rabbit hole. Definitely. But nothing surprises me at this point as far as how far YouTubers will go, or anybody on social media for that matter, in the name of justice, or playing on people's outrage, which is what I was trying to tell you guys. Don't let anybody play on your outrage. I'm very outraged about certain aspects as it pertains to the story, but don't let anybody. And what I mean by that is, if you're finding yourself following YouTube, I'm going to speak on YouTube content creators specifically because I'm one of them. If you're finding yourself losing sleep over what a YouTuber said, or having to donate money over what a YouTuber said, or a YouTuber telling you, we're going to go outside, we're going to join the fight, and we're going to do it, but I need you guys to donate for a camera, a zoot suit, a car, gas. Don't let people play on your outrage over here. Okay? Don't do that. Because ain't nobody going to make me go to a car, get in a car and go protest or go heckle outside of somebody's house or anything like that. Don't do that. If you feel passionate about the story, let it be. Take ownership of your outrage by saying, I'm going to do something. Maybe I'm going to talk about it. Maybe I might donate, but don't let anybody put a chip on your shoulder over this. That happens a lot on YouTube. I swear. People use people, especially their subscribers, to create outrage. Zoot suits. I know everybody. if you find yourself putting on a zoot suit to go do some ish, you're in the you're doing something wrong. Something's wrong. Log off. Unsubscribe. Don't do that. People will play on your outrage here all the time. Don't let people play on your outrage. Thank you, Miss. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't necessarily, like, if I'm not in Texas, but if I was in Texas, I mean, I might go and be like, all right, let me go see what's going on here and use my phone camera. But I think I would be very clear about that. But I'm not in Texas and I'm not traveling down there, and I'm definitely not going to have anybody here on YouTube fund any kind of my trips or anything. I just don't do that. I don't. I don't. The more pressure they put on the mom, the more erratic or unpredictable. I mean, could she, if Quanell X said the truth, said what he said, right? And he's got a recording. If he's accurate about this information, and I'm still on the fence on a lot of it, I don't take away from any of the work. Hear me, I don't know him well enough. You know what I'm saying? But if he's accurate about, and let me, he doesn't even have to say anything. Mom's history is concerning. Okay? It is. She has a very concerning history. She's not on the run because technically she doesn't have charges on her. But she has a very concerning history. Her history is concerning. We gotta admit to that. You know? It is. She's using aliases. Okay, multiple profiles that interact with each other on YouTube, or excuse me, on Facebook. She kept her son in hiding for 8 years. She could have called the police and said, "My son is here with me." It's not a crime to go missing. I get that. I heard she's armed. Before I head out, let me go over and I'll make sure you guys check out this is just a little clip from Cinema Shogun. If you have not watched, y'all need to go watch his latest drop because he plays Grissy's footage here on this one. Okay, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Hold up. Make sure you guys watch and subscribe over there to Mr. Cinema Shogun. Look,
This is Janie's car.
this was recent.
Janie just pulled up to where this young man has, he's being protected at. Oh, man, this stuff is crazy. This is Janie's rental. And I hope she gets the notification. I haven't blocked her off my page yet.
Oh man.
That's the ride that Janie's going around in.
We don't know. I agree if there's a safety because there's this, we don't know. We don't know. I thought she had left Houston. That's what I thought. I guess I was correct. I was incorrect about that. I don't know.
What's up with it, Hood News peeps?
That was from yesterday.
She
Thank
just
you.
passed by and she doesn't know I'm behind her.
Yes, it is.
That's Janie right there, friends.
This is crazy. That happened an hour after his family went and seen him, says Sarah. Wow. She has 2 firearms?
Oh, she's going real fast now. She better slow down.
That was.
This is where we are at.
Not, you guys check out Cinema Shogun, the full video, but that is concerning, you guys. That is concerning. So if QX was accurate in his information about mom stating that she was going to commit suicide if she went to, that's what he said to Brian Enton. She's already shown she has erratic behavior, so I understand the concern. Okay. Sarah says, according to sister, she has 2 of them. Wow. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. So I get it, but I just don't think that this is playing out very well. Could we see somebody hurt themselves? Potentially. We got to be very careful, you guys. We have to definitely be very careful. Okay, so I have 121 votes on, is another press conference with the family and QX a good idea? This is an interesting poll, and you guys are it's almost, I would probably, the more you guys keep voting, the better. That way we can cut the tie. But it's about to tie here. 49% said yes and 51% said no. Is another conference a good idea with family and the QX? It's happening today, I believe, 4 Texas time, Central time. Yeah, I don't, Amethyst. So the sister did not know that the nephew was missing, and the sister did not know the nephew was missing, but she knows that the firearms that she has, I don't know, you guys. Yo, all right, I'm going to end this poll, and it's literally close to a tie. Okay. Poll trolls unite. I don't know, you guys. Give me 1 sec. Oh, okay. All right. You don't think it's going to, I don't think it's going to end well at all. At all. All right, guys. So I'm going to try to go back and cover the press conference that's going to happen. I'm kind of curious to know what they're going to say at this point. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell and the like button and subscribe so we can follow up. Check out my short and check out my latest drop on the Alexi Treviso case. It's just some information that I was able to find. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this as it's developing. Absolutely. I will see you guys in the next one, and we will be back. All right. You guys have a great one, and I am out. Thank you, guys.